In case you didn't know, you are going to die. But don't run from that anxiety, that tightness in your chest. It has a purpose. It's there to remind you to use your time well. The knowledge that we are going to die is the maggot at the core of the apple. It simultaneously fills us with dread and gives life meaning. It was Becker that suggested that most of our actions are attempts to avoid death. We start families so that our children may take a piece of us forward, great works of art in hope that we will be remembered, and we build monuments across the planet. But on a long enough time horizon, everything crumbles to dust. Shelley summed this up perfectly with Ozymandias. My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look on my works, ye mighty, and despair. Nothing beside remains. Round the decay of that colossal wreck, boundless and bare, the lone and level sands stretch far away. There's this passage from Nietzsche in Untimely Meditations. He writes, "We labour at our daily work more ardently and thoughtlessly than is necessary to sustain our life, because to us it is even more necessary not to have leisure to stop and think. Haste is universal, because everyone is in flight from himself. To be in flight from yourself is to avoid the truth. It's drowning it out with media, materialism and distraction, anything to stop you from remembering that one day you will die. But I encourage you to listen to that voice and find out what it's telling you." There's this thread that persists across time and civilizations. You see it written in different ways, but it always says the same thing. It's that life is short. And that might scare you, especially if you know you're not using your time. But instead of running from our finite nature, you should confront it. Use death as the lens to focus your attention. Is this the job you want to be doing? Is this who you want to spend your life with? Where you want to live? And is this the kind of person you want to be? Now, these are big questions, but in the end they're the ones that usually matter. And when the end does come, how should you face it? Stoically accept our fate to shuffle off this mortal coil, or rage against the dying of the light? In the later years of his life, Steinbeck wrote, "I did not want to surrender fierceness for a small gain in yardage." He's talking about what happens to us when we're near the end. Atul Gawande wrote a book called Being Mortal. It's ultimately about how we approach aging and death. He talks about a choice we may face. The first is the surgeon's scalpel, the oncologist's chemicals, the feeding tubes, and the ventilators, in return for an unknown amount of extra time, an uncertain existence, a small gain in yardage. Then there's the other path. It's the path lived on your terms. It's stating what's important to you, maximising the time you have left, not sacrificing the present for an uncertain future, but accepting the finality of your circumstance and living over merely existing. Now, if all this talk of death has got you down, you can take solace in some cosmic insignificance therapy. It's that in the grand, incomprehensible scale of the universe we inhabit, we are specks of dust. You should use that scale to put things in perspective. Get outside into really big spaces and stare up at the stars. Feel small. And understand that when you zoom out far enough, nothing is consequential at that resolution. But don't let nihilism creep in. Instead, let the recognition of your finite nature set you free. Free to take the risks and live, because, in the end, this is all you have.